Every great tragedy begins with a choice. At a divine banquet on Mount Olympus, Eris, the goddess of discord, threw a golden apple inscribed with the words, "For the fairest." 3 powerful goddesses, Hera, Athena, and Aphrodite, fought over it. Paris, a young prince of Troy, was chosen as judge. Hera promised him power, Athena offered wisdom, but Aphrodite promised the love of the most beautiful woman in the world, Helen, wife of King Menelaus of Sparta. Paris chose Aphrodite, sealing his city's fate. When Paris carried Helen away to Troy, the honor of Greece was disgraced. Menelaus called upon his brother Agamemnon, who raised a mighty coalition of Greek kings and warriors. Thousands of ships set sail across the Aegean. What began as a stolen love would ignite a 10-year war. Rose from the plains like an impregnable fortress. Its towering walls, said to be touched by the hands of gods, defied all assaults. The Greeks landed on the shore, built their camps, and began a siege that stretched into years. The war became a stage for heroes. Achilles, the greatest warrior of Greece, a storm of destruction. Hector, prince of Troy, protector of his people, the soul of the city. Odysseus, master of cunning, forever plotting a path to victory. The most tragic duel came when Hector faced Achilles before the gates of Troy. Hector fell, and with him, the city lost its brightest hope. Priam, the old king, humbled himself before Achilles, begging for his son's body, a scene of grief that still echoes through history. Yet even after Hector's death, Troy stood tall. For 10 long years, its walls refused to fall, and the Greeks grew desperate. Strength alone could not conquer Troy. At last, Odysseus devised a daring plan. The Greeks built a colossal wooden horse, hollow inside. They pretended to retreat, leaving the horse on the beach as an offering to Athena. The Trojans debated. Some suspected a trap, others believed it a sacred gift that would secure the goddess's favor. In the end, hope and pride won over caution. The gates opened, and the horse was dragged into the city. That night, as Troy celebrated what it thought was victory, silence fell. From within the wooden belly, hidden warriors crept out. They cut down the guards and threw open the gates. The Greek army, which had been lurking nearby, flooded in. The trap was sprung, and Troy's fate was sealed. The city awoke to fire, steel, and screams. Flames rose into the sky as the Greeks poured through the streets. King Priam was cut down before his own altar. Andromache, Hector's widow, was dragged into slavery, her child hurled from the walls. Cassandra, the cursed prophetess, foresaw the carnage but was powerless to stop it, carried away in despair. Only Aeneas, another Trojan prince, escaped. Carrying his aged father on his back and leading his young son by the hand, he fled through the chaos. Later legend claimed he would become the forefather of Rome. By dawn, Troy, once a jewel of trade and culture, proud and unconquered, lay in ashes. A civilization had ended in a single night. For centuries, the fall of Troy was dismissed as legend. Yet in the 19th century, excavations at Hisarlik, in modern-day Turkey, revealed the ruins of ancient cities layered one atop another. The layer identified as Troy Viia, dated around 1200 BC, bore the scars of violent destruction, collapsed walls, burned houses, scattered weapons. These findings eerily matched the tale of a city destroyed by war. The wooden horse may be symbolic, a poetic invention, but the fall of a powerful city on the Aegean coast is historical reality. The story of Troy, then, is neither pure myth nor pure fact, but a fusion of both, a legend with roots deep in the soil of history. And so Troy lives on, not in its stones but in memory. Its fall reminds us that no fortress is eternal, no glory everlasting. Only the stories remain, echoing across time, teaching us the cost of war, ambition, and pride.